each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The Cardinals at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in Week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Ready, break.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Lance now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this throw will be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Harris running straight ahead, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, they're just...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cards are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Byron Murphy there on the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back. This will be caught at Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 32 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 30.
Simple.
Play fake. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Lance. He's going to let this one go deep. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 22, Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing again, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Lance now on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is a...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack on 1st down, Murray, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before half for Lance. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 44, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. On 1st down, Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey from 10 yards out. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. Now it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lance to throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Lance. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Lance looking to throw it. Finding Gray going across the field. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So, Charles, just a shocking turn of events here. I mean, right when you thought this game had gotten away from them, they come roaring back and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Yeah, you're going to make me wax poetic here. Well, I don't know how good that's going to be, but to me, this is a testament to not giving up. The ethic that the coach instilled in them, that work ethic, that idea that you're never out of the game. Well, this team has grasped onto that. They bought into it and have held each other accountable. They are never out of games, and they just proved it here.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. On the slant into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 34 yards. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Play fake. Murray. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And they've got it. They recovered it. Well, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
52. Yellow, line. Ready, go.
Off left tackle, it's McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. McCaffrey running up the middle. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Lance back to throw. And the slant complete to his running back, McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Niners 42, Cardinals 28.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, it's Murray. And down he he goes. The 49ers get there. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held.